A one-of-a-kind wildlife center is fighting for its survival, and it turns out its potential money source is in jeopardy, too. KITV4's Laurie Amata joins us with more on the nearly bankrupt fund that could affect state programs and jobs. Lara.
Well, Yunji, the Hawaii Wildlife Center in North Kohala, the Big Island, thought they had it in the bag. House Bill 988 would have opened the door for a cut of the Department of Health's Environmental Response Recovery Fund. But now, Bill 98 is on the short list for possible veto by the governor. The DOH says the reasons why has to do with a much bigger problem. Open for a year, the Hawaii Wildlife Center is the only top-tier rescue and rehabilitation center for Hawaii's native birds.
It's the only one of its kind in the state of Hawaii and actually in the Pacific Islands region.
Relying on grants, House Bill 988, which would have opened the door for state funding, sailed through the House and Senate. And Linda Elliott says even got the thumbs up from the governor. So she was stunned to learn out of nearly 300 bills signed by the governor so far, 988 is not one of them.
To hear that it was on the veto list was just like having the rug pulled out from under us after all that great work.
There's no money left in the bucket.
Turns out, as part of a much bigger problem, Bill 988 asked for a cut of the Department of Health's Barrel Tax Fund, a 5-cent tax on petroleum shipped to the state. Gary Gill estimates at the going rate, that fund will be bankrupt by December.
There's supposed to be a reserve in that fund in case there's an emergency. Right now, we have no reserve.
Meant for large emergency cleanups, it's now money that pays for 36 jobs at the DOH's environmental branch. They fear no money could mean job cuts or cutbacks in other cleanups. Take the arsenic and dioxin found in backyards on Kauai, or the mercury spill in Halawa, each million-dollar jobs.
If that event were to happen again today, the Department of Health does not have the resources to respond to it.
Gill says he's already asked lawmakers for an additional 5 cents per barrel, but didn't get it. That means no money for the Wildlife Center, nor enough money for everything else.
You either have to decide you're going to stop providing services, or you're going to just run out of money.
Right now, Gill says they're holding a series of meetings to see how they can avoid layoffs. We tried to reach Representative Sylvia Luke, chair of the Finance Committee, to find out why an increase in the barrel tax was rejected, but have not heard back from her yet. As for Bill 988, a spokesperson for the governor says it is still under review and has not made a decision on whether to veto it. Back to you, Yunji.